Hey Libra, first I'd like to apologize for the delay. If you hadn't heard, I'm from Dallas, and we've had some recent events. There was the shooting of several law enforcement officers, and allegedly the gunman turned the gun on himself. In light of that energy, any type of energy affects me, but that affected me probably not in the most productive way. And I'm just like, I don't feel as if the quality of my readings is up to par when I feel that way. So I stepped away from the cards and everything else, just to regroup and try to get back into a higher vibration. So let's get started. Let's see what the universe would like to tell us about Libra for the month of July 2016. What advice does the universe have for Libra for July 2016? What advice can the universe give us for Libra for July 2016? What's going on with Libra for July 2016? What's going on with Libra for July 2016? I know you can't see the spread, so I will hold up each card as I draw them. I'm going to pull a card for each week. There were 5 Saturdays in the month of July, so I'm going to be pulling 5 cards. These videos are a little late, so we're in the 2nd week of July, but I'm still going to pull cards for the time that has already passed. It's still relevant, and as I've said before, there's no hard starts or stops to energy. It flows. So things that you were dealing with in the 1st or 2nd week of July, you're going to be dealing with throughout July. You may even be dealing with some leftover residual energies from May, June, and then on into August, September, October. But generally for the month of July, all I'm saying is I'm still going to pull the cards for the time that's passed. Alright, so let's get started. First card is the Ace of Wands reversed. So that was going to be representative of your 1st week, Libra, 1st week of July. The 2nd week in July, it's the Knight of Wands reversed. Rolling on into the 3rd week of July, we have the High Priestess. For the 4th week of July, 9 of Cups. Interesting. And for the 5th week in July, we have got the 7 of Pentacles in its reverse. Okay, Libra, in the 1st week of July, you've got the Ace of Wands reversed. Whenever I think of wands, the first thing that comes to my mind is creativity. The 2nd thing is passion. And then on from there, it's drive, it's energy, it's journeys, With the Ace of Wands, that wand is a phallic symbol. I'm thinking about something. Okay, so what this looks like to me is in the first week, looks like, if you can see that at all, looks like there's a big old thumbs down on all the things that I just mentioned, maybe sex included. You are feeling unmotivated, you're tired, you're lethargic, there's no enthusiasm. The things that made you happy aren't making you happy anymore. And I see that in the second week we have the King of Wands reversed. So court cards are generally people that come into your life, into your space. This could represent your energy, but more often than not, and in this case, I don't think this is you. This is a negative. It's a king, so this looks like your boss. It looks like your boss, or it's a masculine energy. So if you're in a relationship, it doesn't have to be a man, if I hadn't said that already. But this person definitely has a masculine, powerful disposition. However, their disposition is not pleasant. This person is negative and narrow-minded. He is judgmental of other people's passions in life, and God forbid you try to come forward with some type of way to advance some new energy, which might be why you lack enthusiasm here. This person is harsh with his words. He's harsh with his actions. I think, and there's another card, I can't think of it right now, where I think it might be the Emperor reversed. And it feels to me like this is a person that rules with an iron fist. Well, he's not quite as powerful as the Emperor, but if this is a boss or a leader, manager, or somebody at work, this is somebody who's hard to work with, somebody who's hard to deal with. He's got some really ignorant ways of being, and they cause you stress and unhappiness. Now, if this is not a boss who is just causing you to feel a lack of enthusiasm for your job, or for whatever it is that you do every day, then maybe this is maybe you're in a relationship with an older woman who's quite aggressive. Like I said, it's a masculine energy, and maybe you've got thumbs down here on your creativity or your passion. If this is your spouse or significant other, you may be having I'm not gonna say that. You may be having problems in your sex life because this person is so overbearing, is so just too much and insulting, and maybe she insults your or challenges your ego. Maybe they deny you sex, or just maybe by the time you even think about getting to that point, you are just so disgusted with this person that it's thumbs down. You literally, never mind. You can't turn the Ace of Wands up Let's put it that way. Because if this is your spouse as opposed to your boss, then this person just gives you so much hell that it's really hard for you to get excited. It's hard for you to get enthusiastic about anything because they just come along and crush your dreams. You know, they crush your inspirations. They crush your desire to move forward, to advance, to prosper. They just crush it. And you end up, I mean, this person may have once made you happy, but they get on your nerves so bad now that you're just not happy anymore. So, you're not enthusiastic. It's just kind of like, where do I go from here? Or how do I go from here? But through it all, you have a major arcana, which is the High Priestess. There's peace within you. And major arcana are big life things. They're things that cannot be changed. It's just, you got to go with the flow. These are things that you have to deal with. You've got to plan the best course of action if this happens to be an uncomfortable energy. Or, if it is a comfortable energy, then you just jump on the ride and enjoy yourself. Either way, nothing else in a reading is going to trump the major arcana. So, with the major arcana being the High Priestess, you may come across a soulmate, some soul connection, and we don't just have one soul connection. I truly believe that we have higher levels of soul connections and lower levels, and this may be one of the higher levels of the soul connections that you come across in your life. But this person is unavailable to you. And I don't know if that's because you are already in a relationship. And this reading, to me, this could be work, but I've got more of a feeling that this is about romantic connections. But I'm going to cover both scenarios. I just feel like I'll be touching on love and romance more than I will work and career, because that's what this feels like to me. It feels like, because this is the way I see it coming together. You're lethargic and unenthusiastic and just not feeling good about life because you've got this monster in your life who's making you miserable, who's giving you hell, and there's just no passion. It's thumbs down. It's thumbs down on the passion. It's thumbs down on the energy. It's thumbs down on the drive, because this person crushes your dreams constantly. I mean, and they're so narrow-minded that you don't even like to bring anything to the table anymore, because you know how they're going to act. You know that they are going to be judgmental and closed off, and this person's controlling, and I guess that shouldn't be hard to figure out. Libra, Yeah, I get the feeling that you're in a relationship with somebody who is a little bit older than you. Maybe a lot of bit, but this person is chronologically older than you. Okay, moving on back to the High Priestess. The High Priestess is the second major arcana. This is when this is manifestation. This is when something comes out of the thoughts and into out of the thoughts and into the world. It's manifestation. Tools are also about harmony, duality, reunions, reconnections. This person, who I think might be a soul connection that's coming into your life in the third week, Libra, I feel like you've already had some dealings with them. This could be a reunion of sorts, but you are unable to actually bring this into manifestation in the third week because you got the boogeyman. You got the boogeyman, Libra. And the boogeyman is not giving you any room or space to make that connection. Or maybe this person's unavailable. This is a feminine energy, High Priestess. But it doesn't have to be a female. But this person is maybe unavailable, unattainable to you by other means. I just feel like the reason that you can't have a proper reunion with this soul connection is because of the King of Wands that you have in the second week. And as I've been referring to this card, I feel like I've been referring to it as the King of Pentacles. I hope not. It's King of Wands. Let me reiterate that. King of Wands, second week. Anyway, okay, moving along. So, now, if this is work, and this King of Wands is the controlling, prejudiced, rigid boss, manager, supervisor, either way, the peace is within you. You already know the answer. You already know what to do. You already know what to handle. I mean, how to handle the situation. Whether this is the older, controlling monster of a significant other, or whether this is the boss from hell. You already know how to deal with this. You can find calm and peace. Like I said, the answers are inside of you, and you are able to, whatever it was that, if this is for work, this shows to me that this Ace of Wands that was in reverse in the second week is actually now, whatever that was, whatever idea, venture, or whatever that was not working right for you, if this is work, now you're bringing what you want into manifestation. You're seeing a chance to be able to bypass the boss from hell some kind of way and manifest this thing. But there may be a waiting period. Maybe a small waiting period.
Or during time.
Okay. There's something that's trying to come to me, but I can't get it what it is. Okay, so moving on to the 4th week. This is one of my favorite cards. This is my baby. It's the 9 of Cups. It's what we like to call the Make-A-Wish card. So in the 4th week, now, like we said, in that 3rd week, we got that High Priestess, and she trumps the reading. She trumps anything else that's going on in this reading. So in the 4th week, it looks as if you get to have wishes fulfilled around whatever the High Priestess is. Whether that is this unattainable soul connection, whether that is this manifestation of something that you are bringing into your work or career, you have the ability in the 4th week to now have those wishes. You can wish that and have it come into fruition. This is a good week. Whatever goal it is that you have, whether this is at work, whether that is to have a reunion with maybe a soul connection that you've had some type of maybe a past relationship with, maybe not in this life but in another one, maybe a past life if you believe in that kind of thing. In the 4th week, you actually, whatever your wishes are around the High Priestess and around the Ace of Wands in the 1st week, you can manifest in the 4th. Your desires, your wishes, you can have all of these things. And like I said, because I feel like it's a romantic reading, I just feel like that this 9 of Cups is about your soul connection. This is somebody that, like I said, I think is coming back into your life. And if you don't already know them, you know them. You've had a past life connection. And this could be like the best romantic comedy you've ever seen in the 4th week, maybe. And you know what I'm gonna say about that is, if this is the case, and if you get a chance, I am not condoning infidelity or cheating or anything like that, but this is a monster who means you no good. Soul connections don't just pop up for any reason. The universe already knows what's going to happen. So if you wish for something with this High Priestess that comes into your life in the 3rd week, that's okay. I don't feel bad about it. At least not in the 4th week. Enjoy it. Enjoy whatever's going on. Stay in that moment. Enjoy that moment. Build up those memories or whatever it is that you have coming to you with that connection with the High Priestess and the ability to manifest wishes. And the 9 of Cups also talks about peak physical condition. It talks about beauty. I just feel like, and this is a general reading, so I don't expect this to touch everybody, but because the High Priestess is feminine, and I feel like this is a very pretty young lady that comes into your life. Or ladies, it's a very attractive young man that you have a soul connection with. And when I say young, I don't mean chronologically. I just mean that, you know, it feels youthful. The High Priestess that's not a youthful energy. I just mean it. You know, it's just the epitome of like beauty. It's breathtaking. and I, oh goodness, get in trouble for this. I just associated that with youth. I'm not saying that older people are not or don't have the capability of being beautiful. You wouldn't believe how old I am. What I can tell you is I am not young. So if I were to talk about older people, I would be talking about myself. Okay, so enough about me. So yeah, Nine of Cups, 4th week of July gives you an opportunity to have your wishes fulfilled. And I think this wish is fulfilled around the High Priestess that comes to you in the 3rd week. Who, like I said, just is just this beautiful, magical energy. Enjoy it in the 4th week. Now, in the 5th week, we have the 7 of Pentacles reversed. Now, I know I told you to have a good time in the 4th week, but maybe... Okay, I gotta go back just for a second, because if this was at work, you know, you were also able to... Well, maybe I said that already. I think I did talk about that, but whatever you wished for to manifest... that was you were able to manifest with the High Priestess, and whatever it was that you were trying to bring to the table in your work, career, public standing, you are able to have those desires and wishes come true in the 4th week. Okay, so moving on into the 5th week, maybe you wished a little too big with the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. If this is in romance, remember that I did say that the High Priestess was unattainable. And maybe after this beautiful, lovely whirlwind 4th week that you guys had of, you know, all these wishes and things coming true, and all of this, you know, beautiful, magical energy and beautiful, magical time you spent together, you now step back into reality. You step out of the emotions of the cups, because cups represent emotion and companionship and unconditional love, and it's, you know, it doesn't have to be romantic, but in this case I think it is. And maybe you are looking, you've come back into the reality of, you know, that can't happen and why that can't happen. And it's looking like a, you know, you just kind of look sad. Those pentacles there, which is finance and material possessions and things like that. Or maybe you spent a lot of money, Libra. And if I know anything about Libra, oh honey, if you ran into your soul connection, and Libra loves nice things and beauty and, you know, harmony. So that to me just reinforces the fact that this is really a beautiful person that comes into your life. If this is romance, and so Libra, when it's time to have a good time and you like nice things, and you know, you may have because you were so in your emotions and the feelings of how everything felt with this person, you may have spent a lot of money. You may have spent a lot of money, made some not so necessary investments. And in romance, I mean, like, you know, you probably went to the most expensive restaurant in town when you could have maybe picked something a little more a little easier on your budget. because now in the 5th week you've got to look back and look at all of that money gone. Or it might be the fact that you step into reality and you remember that this person is unattainable to you right now. This is work. I really don't have a lot to say about that because I just really don't feel like this is work. But if this is work, you may be feeling like in the 5th week that all of that you went through and all of that badgering that you took, that caused you to have limitations in your presentation of new ideas or new endeavors or ventures, and like I said, all the badgering and all of the abuse that you had to take from the boss, the supervisor, the authority figure, and you were able to get it going and your wishes came true. And then in the 5th week, for some reason, it looks like your efforts they just didn't measure up. But they didn't quite live up to the wishes that you had. You might be disappointed around a project that you were trying to get off the ground at work. And maybe maybe your superior led you to believe that everything was going to work out, that you were able to bring something to the table, or present something that was going to help the company progress, help the company grow, something that you would have been recognized for. And maybe he outright lied to you about it. He or she outright lied to you about it. And now in the 5th week, it kind of built you up to let you down. Now that's the way I feel about it in work.